On matters of reckoning, for he the earth's beckoning, his hope I knew, not to die in his sleep. What end had he met? We had made a few bets in regards to the fate of the lost sheep. Of sheep, not to know, for we had to go at Jackal Mountain, for Fred was his end. The dogmen we slew, our friendship was true, for your ears we have no tails for to bend. Ambush we found on our trip underground, some coin, yet of no great measure of worth, for which to compare with our loss in that lair, with our lost friends who will soon know the earth. To do things have we, and matters to see, to do, and we've issues to settle. Then back we will go for treasure to know, for my brother and his friends of metal. On issues of debt the cousins were met, for the funeral dread had not to pay. Generous in life and having no wife, in remembrance thus, for such was the way. The marketplace alley, low spirits in rally. They strayed a bit from the lit lantern's glow. With rain on the cobbles the lamplight would wobble, from eaves there the rainwash would flow. Walked Jenna and Dread, their thoughts filled with Fred, and Catania a pace or two behind. She spasmic in gait, her grief ere to wait. What distance in her gait echoed that in her mind. Ambled they about, their spirits in rout, aimlessly there the alleyways would wind, till like their lost friend they wound to an end, with the lamplight but darkness now to find. But sobs for to cease, could silence increase, could soundlessly thunder this darkness by design? But shadows did dance, what creatures did prance, in the dark dead blind alley what intended now to dine? What hilt for to feel as steel slid squealing on steel, naked bare steel, yet veiled by shadow's ebb? What thundering sound, for upon steel now, steel ground, ever from darkness the shadows now fled, like bipedal rats, but agile like cats, the snickering invaders, what gloom for to keep, to chitter and creep while they twittered and they sneaked, for what bounty yearned they, now for to reap? A sword through the throat, cut short for they'd gloat, a taunt goading forth, sprayed as red spittle, bounced aimlessly now ahead, ne'er to pounce, with two down grew their hunger now little. Run now they did, and escape for to bid, crouched they there at a building's far corner, a loose stone left behind, into the sewer now they all climbed, pursued rightly in course by Fred's mourners. We'll return to descend, but first back to the inn, for weapons and torches, and rope for to guide us, a hand for to harry, or treasure to carry, not a word to the others who would deride us. Said Catania to Dread, where the ratmen had fled, into a sewer drops behind a hollow stone. Put forth, but not in voice, was that instant's quick choice, with destinies gathering and fate for to hone. With weapons to fight and torches for sight, they returned, for nary an hour could pass. Within time out of mind had the ratmen inclined to shore up their hidey hole with stone fast. Not so were they moved, the case was to prove, for Dread through the hole passed the hollow faux stone. A sound not far down, quite familiar, he now found, what coursing waters deep murmuring moan. What mist, though so pure, so not like any sewer, like waters fresh and readily in abundance? The sewer drops shaft now ceded its path to a silt heap of inestimable repugnance.